As a customer, have you ever tried to get in touch with a school or a business, any organization, where you needed to speak to a real person, and instead on their website you get a chat box that just redirects you to their frequently asked questions, which if you're troubleshooting something, chances are you've already had a look at? It's a frustrating thing, and it's really poor customer service is what it comes down to. So what we really want to do as a school, as a business, as an organization, is we want to make sure that we have actual people to answer the phone when our customers or prospective customers call into us. And this is referred to as a call center. Now, a call center is something where a customer is given one phone number that they can call, and then that phone number is directed to one of several agents that can pick up the phone and start serving those customers. It's a pretty common thing and something that you're probably familiar with. But we also want to make sure that we can manage that call center. We want to make sure that we don't miss any phone calls. We want to make sure that people aren't on the phone for a long time before they can connect to a real person. And we also want to make sure that we can monitor what's happening at any given time so we can adjust the number of staff that are there to pick up the phone. Well, fortunately, the sponsor of this video, 3CX, does have a very robust call center solution that is part of their voice over IP or their PBX, their private branch exchange system. I've done a few videos about the different features around messaging, Microsoft Office integration, and what a PBX is. In this video, we're going to take a look at the call center features of 3CX and how they can really help us elevate our ability to serve, retain, and acquire new customers. When I think about setting up a call center, which I'm going to show you how to do, I sort of think of it in phases. The first thing I need to do is set up my PBX, my 3CX PBX private branch exchange, to receive the call and then do something with the call. In this case, find a destination for the call. Then the call will be answered, the agent will serve the customer or the student, and then I want to be able to monitor that process both by generating reports and also having a dashboard so that I can see what's happening in real time. And all of that can be done with 3CX. So here I am logged into my 3CX portal. I'm logged in as an administrator. This is my client. This is my environment. This is a hosted PBX solution, so I don't even have to worry about setting up machines or anything. I can just go in. I can even get a free two-month trial on this. You'll see that I have my dashboard. My system is not an active system. I don't have 30 people here in my little YouTube studio. But of course, you can see your system status. You can see the calls coming in, call volume coming in. You'll notice that you can see the status of the PBX in terms of which trunks are up and running, what type of extensions do you have, call history, and then you can get information. So I'm not going to go to each element. You can see, though, that it's a very clean dashboard, and you can get a really good sense of what's happening. I can look at specific elements like the trunk lines coming in. And if you want more information on trunk lines and SIPs and all that type of thing, I do have another video here on the channel where I talk about what a PBX is, and I'll make sure I link that down below. So you can see I can look at the trunks that I have. In my case, I'm using Voxtel Sys here in Canada in order to bring calls into my PBX. I also have WhatsApp and a web meeting bridge in there. You can see if I go back, I can see things like what phones I've configured for the environment. I can have an audit log, look at events, activity log is a useful one as well. So you can see all of the different things that are happening with voice and phone calls on your system. This is your PBX dashboard. What I'll do is I'll actually go in and I'll create a trunk coming into the environment, and this will give me a phone number. This will be the phone number that my customers call. And that trunk will come in, and you can have a number of providers. I've got the other video that shows you setting that up. So then what you can do is you can have rules that occur when somebody dials in. So I could have things, for example, I could set up a rule here in terms of things like office hours. So if I want to answer calls during certain office hours, I can set that up. I could have a holiday prompt in there as well. I can also go in and I can set up inbound rules for different extensions and such. Also can have things such as the users. In my case, I have a single user, so I'm not really going to have much of a call center. My call center is a call center of one, but you could have hundreds of users in here. You just add them in. So you can add multiple users, and they can actually go in and then install the 3CX client on their phone. Once again, for the setup of a call system, check out the video on how to set up a PBX. But what's really key here is that I can set up things like a digital receptionist. So this will allow me to go in and I can set up, for example, press 1 to get to accounting, press 2 to get to help desk, press 3 in order to get to a customer service agent. So this is where I would set up all of these rules. I would go in and I would have a specific connection to a call group or a digital receptionist or to a specific receptionist phone number. So you can control all that by setting up your users, setting up your phones. You can then set up your digital receptionist to direct people to the correct location. You can also set up things like a call queue. And when you set up a call queue, what you can do is you can actually add multiple users, multiple phones into a single call queue. And this is really where the call center functionality comes in. So for example, I could have, let's say, a set of 20 phones. I define each of those phones. When you come in, one of those 20 will actually ring. It'll be what's referred to as a hunt group. It'll just find the appropriate phone that's not currently in use. I'll be able to go to my dashboard, see how many of those 20 phones are in use. An individual agent can put their phone on Do Not Disturb, in which case they're no longer going to be receiving any phone calls. So you can scale up the number of people that are actually available to answer calls by having a call center. And you can say, here are the 20 phones that comprise my call center. Maybe 5 of them are currently turned off, Do Not Disturb. 15 are set to ring, maybe 10 of them are in use, which means that you have 5 that can be picked up to serve your customers. And what's really interesting is that by using the dashboard, you can see those numbers of which calls are in use. You can see which calls are currently available or which phone lines are currently available. So these are the ways that you would set up the PBX in order to have your call center. Then what you can do is you can actually have your web client. Now in my case, I have a desktop client here with my single phone. And what I can do here is I can actually go into my phone and I can go into my panel here and I can actually see, for example, which calls are in queue for this line. So I can see how many calls I might be waiting to answer. I can go in and I can set up a wallboard, which will allow me to see who's been waiting, how long they've been waiting, how long, which agents are busy. So this, obviously I don't have any calls coming in right now, so you're not seeing a lot of activity here. You're seeing no activity. But the idea is that if I did have multiple phone lines on that receptionist call queue, I would be able to actually see how long people have been waiting, and maybe I open up more phones, make them available. I could go in and I could see how long people have been on the call, whether they're abandoning calls. So you can get a lot of information in order to manage your call center through this. So through the combination of setting up a trunk line coming in, having that distributed to multiple phones, having that go potentially through a receptionist to get distributed to multiple phones, and then having the phones either on or off to receive calls, and then being able to monitor the whole process, you can see how easy it is to set this up and have it working so that you have an effective call center. Now, I was going to call about 20 of my friends to set up a call center, but obviously I'm not going to have a huge number of people here in the YouTube studio, but you can see the process that I go through in order to set up a call center. Comment down below if you have any specific questions on any of these different elements. Check out my video on how to set up a PBX, and you can see that by extending this into things like an inbound rule, a digital receptionist, and groups of people using the same phone number off of the same inbound trunk line, that you can have a call center that can effectively connect humans with humans and serve your customers far better than just having a chatbot or a non-voice solution.